Hi, James from NCC here. Welcome back to our channel. Today we'll be looking again at the CompTIA A+ certification, the 220-1101 exam, and we will be looking at the fourth video today, which will be covering the questions for memory. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon to get notifications so that you can get updates on new releases of videos. So let's get started. Question number 1. Which type of RAM is a technician most likely to install when upgrading a desktop computer? A. SODIMM, B. DDR4, C. ECC, or D. VRAM? The correct answer would be B. DDR4. DDR4 is the most common type of RAM used in modern desktops, offering improved speed and power efficiency over previous generations. Incorrect answers. SODIMM is primarily used in laptops, not desktops. ECC, error correcting code. RAM is used in servers for error detection and correction rather than typical desktop computers. VRAM or video RAM is specifically used for graphics cards, not for general system memory in desktops. Question 2. Technician is tasked with installing additional RAM in a desktop computer. Which of the following types of RAM is most likely to be used? Same options as previous question. A. SODIMM, B. DDR4, C. ECC, or D. VRAM? Correct answer again, B. DDR4. Again, it's the most common type of RAM used in modern desktops. Incorrect answers. SODIMM is primarily used for laptops. ECC, mainly used in servers for error detection and correction rather than typical desktops. VRAM or video RAM, specifically used for graphics cards. Question number 3. A user acquired a new workstation and is attempting to open multiple large Excel files simultaneously. The user is not experiencing the expected performance when executing such large requests. Which of the following should a technician do first? A. Increase the swap partition. B. Upgrade the CPU in the workstation. C. Upgrade the power supply in the workstation. Or D. Upgrade the RAM in the workstation. Correct answer, upgrade the RAM in the workstation. Opening multiple large Excel files simultaneously is a memory-intensive task. If the user is not experiencing the expected performance, it is likely due to insufficient RAM. Upgrading the RAM will enable the workstation to handle more data and memory at once, significantly improving performance when working with large Excel files. Incorrect answers. Increase the swap partition. While this could provide additional virtual memory, it relies on slower storage, either HDD or SSD, and is less effective than increasing physical RAM. Swap partitions are a temporary solution and should only be considered when upgrading RAM is not feasible. Upgrade the CPU in the workstation. While CPU performance is important, Excel tasks are typically more limited by RAM when handling large data sets rather than raw processing power. Upgrade the power supply. The power supply does not directly impact Excel performance unless there are symptoms of instability or insufficient power for the hardware. Question number 4. A business finds its computer performance is adequate when running a single application, but becomes significantly slower when operating several programs simultaneously. To enhance multitasking capabilities, which component should be prioritized for upgrading? A. CPU, B. Hard drive, C. Graphics card, or D. RAM? Correct answer, RAM. Now, adding RAM improves the ability to multitask by providing more memory for multiple applications to run smoothly. Incorrect answers. CPU upgrades improve processing speed but don't directly impact multitasking like RAM. An SSD can help with loading time, but more RAM is more effective for multitasking. Graphics cards mainly enhance visual and have little effect on multitasking capabilities. Question number 5. When a technician is preparing to upgrade a laptop or a laptop's RAM, what is the first step that should be performed? A. Update the BIOS. B. Backup all files. C. Power on the laptop. Or D. Verify the new RAM is supported by the laptop's motherboard. Correct answer, D. Verify the new RAM is supported by the laptop's motherboard. Checking compatibility ensures the new RAM is supported by the motherboard before proceeding with the upgrade. Incorrect answers. Updating the BIOS. The BIOS updates can sometimes be necessary, but aren't the first step. Backup all files. A backup is generally good practice, but it's specific to a RAM upgrade. Power on the laptop. A laptop should be powered off and unplugged before installing new RAM. Question number 6. A technician is tasked with upgrading a laptop's RAM. Which of the following steps should the technician take first? A. Confirm that both the current and new memory are from the same brand. B. Run a diagnostic test on the current memory. C. Verify memory requirements of the motherboard. And D. Connect an electrostatic discharge strap. Correct answer, verify the memory requirements of the motherboard. The first step in upgrading a laptop's RAM is to verify the memory requirements. This includes checking the supported memory type, size, speed, and configuration to ensure compatibility with the laptop. Installing incompatible memory can lead to issues like failure to boot or poor performance, so confirming the motherboard's requirements is essential. Incorrect answers. Confirm that both the current and new memory are from the same brand. While it can be beneficial to use the same brand, it's more important to verify compatibility with the motherboard specific or specifications rather than brand matching alone. Run a diagnostic test. Running a memory diagnostic can be useful if there are issues with existing RAM, but it's not necessary before an upgrade unless troubleshooting existing performance problems. Connect an electrostatic discharge strap. Now, while using an ESD strap is essential to protect the components, it should be done after verifying compatibility and just before handling the hardware. Question number 7. An employee requests additional memory for their workstation to perform their job duties more efficiently. Upon inspecting the interior of their computer, a technician noticed that there are 4 RAM slots grouped in pairs by color. What type of memory configuration is most likely used by the system's motherboard? A. Triple channel. B. Dual channel. C. Quad channel. Or D. Single channel. Correct answer, dual channel. Now, color-coded RAM slots often indicate dual channel configuration, allowing matched pairs of RAM for enhanced performance. Incorrect answers, triple channel. Now, triple channel configurations use 3 slots, not color-coded pairs. Quad channel requires 4 matched RAM sticks, but not all motherboards support this. Single channel configuration don't require color-coded slots. Question number 8. A user on the marketing team uses various multimedia applications that consume a lot of memory. The user needs to install more RAM to run these applications effectively. When the user opens the computer case, the user sees 4 slots in 2 sets of colors. Which of the following memory type is most likely required? Same as previous question. A, triple channel, B, dual channel, C, quad channel, D, single channel, or E, error correction code RAM. Correct answer, dual channel. Color-coded memory slots suggest the motherboard likely support dual channel, where pairs of memory modules are installed in matching colored slots to enable dual channel mode, which improves memory performance. Dual channel is the most common configuration found in consumer and business desktops. Incorrect answer. Triple channel memory configuration is less common and typically used in specific older high performance systems. It would have 3 slots per channel rather than a pair. Single channel. Now, single channel does not involve color-coded slots because it doesn't require pairing modules to operate. Using dual channel slots in pairs suggests that motherboard supports dual channel rather than single. Quad channel is primarily found in high-end workstations and servers. While it may also have color-coded slots, it is less common in typical desktops. Additionally, motherboards with quad channel support often have more than 4 slots. ECC RAM, or error correcting code. ECC RAM is used in servers and systems requiring higher reliability. Does not directly relate to the channel configuration indicated by color-coded slots. Question number 9. A computer's CPU consistently runs at a high usage, slowing down system performance. Which component upgrade would likely yield the best performance improvement? A, large hard drive, B, more RAM, C, a faster GPU, or D, improved cooling system? Correct answer, more RAM. Now, adding more RAM allows the computer to handle more data simultaneously, reducing the load on the CPU. When a system has insufficient RAM, the CPU compensates by handling data processing directly, which can cause high usage and slow down the system. By increasing the RAM, more tasks can be handled in memory, relieving the CPU and improving overall performance. Incorrect answers, a larger hard drive. Now, a larger hard drive increases storage capacity, but doesn't directly impact CPU usage or processing performance. A faster GPU, it improves graphic processing, but won't reduce CPU usage unless the system is handling graphic-intensive tasks. Improved cooling. Now, a better cooling system helps manage heat, but won't lower CPU usage or improve performance directly. Question number 10. A user reports that their computer is freezing intermittently, often while multitasking. What is the most likely component causing this issue? A, a faulty hard drive, B, graphics card, C, insufficient RAM, or D, a power supply? Correct answer here, insufficient RAM. Insufficient RAM can cause a computer to freeze or slow down, especially during multitasking. When there isn't enough RAM available to handle all active applications and processes, the system may struggle to keep up, leading to intermittent freezing. Increasing the amount of RAM can help improve performance and stability when multitasking. Incorrect answers. A faulty hard drive. Now, faulty hard drive could cause performance issues or data loss, but it typically results in specific errors or issues during file access rather than freezing while multitasking. Graphic card issues would generally impact video performance and display, but is unlikely to cause systems to freeze due to multitasking. Power supplies. Now, failing power supply might cause unexpected shutdowns or reboots, but would not likely cause freezing related to multitasking. Question 11. An organization is looking to upgrade the processing ability for its computers. Most users report that whenever multiple applications are being utilized, the system's response time slows down drastically. When only one application is open, the response time is acceptable. Which of the following should be upgraded first? A. SSD, B. CPU, C. HDD, or D. RAM? Correct answer, RAM. When multiple applications are running and the system slows down significantly, it's often a sign that the computer does not have enough RAM, or random access memory, to handle the workload. RAM is essential for multitasking because it allows the system to store and access active application data quickly. If the RAM is insufficient, the system may rely on slower storage, like the hard drive or SSD, for temporary storage, which is paging, which slows down performance. Incorrect answers. Now, upgrading to an SSD can improve general system responsiveness and load times, but it does not directly impact multitasking capabilities like RAM does. A faster CPU can improve processing speed, but may not significantly address issues caused by limited RAM. If the applications are not CPU intensive, the impact of a CPU upgrade might be limited. HDD, upgrading or replacing an HDD with a higher capacity or speed would not directly resolve our problem. Question number 12. Which type of RAM is faster? A. DRAM, B. SRAM, C. Flash, or D. EEPROM? Correct answer, SRAM. Static RAM is faster than DRAM or dynamic RAM because it does not require periodic refreshing to retain data. SRAM stores data using flip-flops, which are faster, more reliable than the capacitors used in DRAM. SRAM is typically used in cache memory due to its speed, despite being more expensive and less dense than DRAM. Incorrect answers. DRAM or dynamic random access memory, it is slower than SRAM because it requires constant refreshing of its capacitors to retain data. However, it is more affordable and has higher storage density, making it ideal for main system memory. Flash memory is a type of non-volatile memory used in SSDs and USB drives. While faster than traditional hard drives, it's still slower than SRAM and DRAM. EEPROM, or electrically erasable programmable read-only memory, it is also a type of non-volatile memory used for storing small amounts of data. For example, firmware, it is much slower than SRAM and DRAM. Question number 13. A user's laptop is experiencing severe slowdowns when operating process-intensive tasks. Which of the following memory upgrades is compatible with a laptop? A. DIMM, B. ECC RAM, C. Virtual RAM, or D. SODIMM? Correct answer, SODIMM, or Small Outline Dual Inline Memory Module. It is a type of RAM specifically designed for laptops and small form factor computers. It's physically smaller than the standard DIMM module used in desktops, making it the appropriate upgrade for a laptop. Adding or upgrading SODIMM RAM in a laptop can significantly improve performance during memory-intensive tasks like video editing, multitasking, or running virtual machines. Incorrect answers. Now, DIMMs are used in desktop computers, not laptops. They are larger than SODIMMs and won't physically fit in a laptop RAM slot. ECC, or Error Correcting Code RAM, is designed to detect and correct data corruption. It's typically used in servers or workstations, not standard laptops. Most laptops and motherboards do not accept or support ECC RAM. It's generally more expensive. Virtual RAM refers to using storage space like a hard drive or SSD, as overflow RAM when physical RAM is exhausted. While it can help prevent crashes, it's much slower than actual RAM and doesn't count as a true upgrade. It's a stopgate, not a solution to performance issues. Stopgap. A desktop support technician receives an escalate ticket regarding a computer that displays the following message upon booting up. The amount of system memory has changed. Now, which of the following components is failing? A. GPU, B. HDD, C. RAM, or D. CPU? Correct answer, RAM. Now the message, the amount of system memory has changed, typically appears during post or the power on self-test phase when the BIOS detects a difference in installed RAM compared to the previous boot. Now this could be due to a failing RAM module, a RAM stick that has become unseated, a recently added or removed RAM module, or faulty RAM slots on the motherboard. RAM issues can cause system instability, slow performance, or boot errors. The technician should check if the RAM module are properly seated, test with a good module, or replace the suspected faulty RAM. Incorrect answer. GPU problems typically cause display-related issues. Example, no video output, artifacts, or freezing during graphical tasks. Not memory change message during post. A failing HDD or hard disk drive might cause boot failures or read-write errors, but not memory change warnings during post, as RAM is checked before the operating system is even accessed. CPU or central processing unit issues can prevent the system from booting entirely or cause performance problems, but they don't typically trigger a message about a change in system memory. Question number 15. A user's device needs more memory, so technician installs extra RAM with the following specifications. 2 8GB DDR3 1066, PC3 8500. 1 16GB DDR3 1333, PC3 10600. Which of the following speeds would maximize reliability? A 1066, B 1333, C 8500, or D 10600? Correct answer 1066. Now to maximize reliability, RAM modules should run at the lowest common speed when mixing different types. Now in this case, the DDR3 1066 PC3 8500 runs at 1066 MHz. DDR3 1333 PC3 10600 runs at 1333 MHz. When modules with different speeds are installed, the system defaults to the slower speed to ensure compatibility and stability. Therefore, 1066 MHz is the maximum stable speed across all modules. This slower speed ensures all modules work harmoniously, preventing crashes, freezes, or errors caused by trying to run higher speed RAM than lower speed RAM can't match. Incorrect answer, 1333 or 1333 MHz. This is the speed of the faster RAM module, but running all RAM at this speed may cause instability, as the DDR3 1066 modules may not support it reliably. 8500, this refers to the bandwidth in megabytes per second, not the speed in megahertz. While technically accurate for one of the modules, the question is asking about speed. 10600, or the PC3 10600, also the bandwidth rating applies to the faster module. It doesn't represent the most reliable setting when mixing RAM speeds. Question number 16. Which type of memory relies on temporary storage space on the hard drive when there is insufficient physical memory? A. Virtual memory, B. VRAM, C. ECC, or D. SODIMM? Correct answer, virtual memory. Now, virtual memory is a system feature where the operating system uses a portion of the hard drive or SSD as temporary RAM when physical RAM or main RAM or memory runs low. This space is often called the page file or swap space. While it allows systems to continue operating when RAM is full, it's much slower than real RAM and can lead to performance issues. However, it's a useful backup mechanism for memory-intensive processes. Incorrect answers, VRAM or video RAM. Memory is used specifically for graphics cards to store image data, textures, frame buffers, not used for system memory or as a substitute for physical RAM. ECC or error correcting code RAM, type of specialized RAM used primarily for servers and workstations that can detect and correct memory errors. It doesn't rely on the hard drive. SODIMM or small outline DIMM are a physical form factor of RAM used in laptops and small devices. It is real physical RAM, not a mechanism for extending memory through storage. Question number 17. Which type of storage is used when there is insufficient physical memory? A. Virtual memory, B. VRAM, C. ECC, or D. SODIMM? Correct answer, virtual memory. Now, virtual memory is a feature used by the operating system to extend physical RAM by temporarily using hard drive or SSD storage space. When the system runs out of actual or physical memory, it swaps data to a special file on the storage drive called the page file for Windows or swap space for Linux and Mac OS. While this helps prevent crashes when RAM is full, it's much slower than using actual RAM. Since storage drives, specifically HDDs, have higher latency, lower speed than RAM. Incorrect answers, video RAM, dedicated for graphics processing, not general system RAM, does not supplement physical memory. ECC RAM is the type of RAM that detects and corrects data, commonly used in servers, does not relate to storage of swapping functions. SODIMM is a form factor of physical RAM used in laptops. It's actual memory, it's not a storage method used when RAM is full. Question number 18. Which type of RAM is specifically designed to detect and correct internal data corruption? A. ECC RAM, B. SDRAM, C. DRAM, or D. VRAM? Correct answer, ECC, or error correcting code RAM. Specialized type of memory designed to detect and correct single-bit memory errors automatically. Commonly used in servers, workstations, and mission-critical systems where data integrity is essential. ECC helps prevent data corruption by using an extra parity bit and error checking algorithm to identify and fix small errors on the fly, improving system stability and reducing crashes. Incorrect answers, SDRAM or synchronous DRAM is synchronized with the system clock but does not have error correcting capabilities unless it's a specific ECC version. DRAM or dynamic RAM is the basic type of RAM used in most computers. It requires constant refreshing to hold data but does not include error correcting by default. VRAM or video RAM specifically for graphics or video in GPUs, while fast and specialized, it's not designed for error correction like ECC RAM. Question 19. What is the common symptom of failing RAM? A. Hard drive noise, B. Slow internet speed, C. Random crashes or freezes, or D. Inability to print? Correct answer, random crashes or freezes. Now, failing RAM can cause a wide range of unpredictable system behavior because it holds the data actively used by the CPU. One of the most common symptoms is a random system crash, freezing without warning, blue screen of death, applications closing unexpectedly, a failure to boot, or frequent reboots. These issues occur because corrupted memory leads to instability in the system's operations. Incorrect answers: hard drive noise. This usually relates to a failing hard drive, not RAM. RAM has no moving parts and does not produce any noise. Slow internet speeds. This is typically caused by network issues, not RAM. Insufficient RAM may slow down the entire system, but won't specifically affect internet bandwidth. Inability to print. This is usually due to a print driver connectivity or a print hardware issue, not memory-related failures. Now that brings us to the end of this video. I want to say thank you to all of you. Please look out for our next video about computer expansions.